Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. I hope everybody's doing well. We're at the Labor Day today, the end of summer. Um, I'm doing a contest entry for AGK's Vinyl Life. He's doing a 500 subs contest, and I don't know if you know AGK. He's a really good channel, much more professional than my channel. Um, Certainly visually more professional and content-wise. Definitely check him out if you don't know him. Always showing good stuff, and it's just very well done. I really enjoy his channel. So he's doing a 500 subs contest, and I'm sure by the time the contest is over, he'll have well over 500. The contest is, he was basically saying how everybody shows the same old classic rock all the time, and he wanted to see something new. So the challenge is to show either 5, 10, or 15 albums. Half of them have to be new artists 2010 to current, and the other can be older artists from the 60s, 70s, 80s who have released new albums. So I got 15. I got 8 of new artists and 7 of older artists recording new stuff. And let's just jump right into it. So I had a little cheat sheet so I remember what days they came out. First one I'm showing to show is one of my favorite artists of all times. This was his album he brought out in 2018, and it's Ry Cooder. And this is The Prodigal Son. I gotta admit, it took me 1 or 2 listens to really get into this album, but I really enjoy it now. Just wonderful. A lot of gospel tinge to it, but amazing guitar player, of course. It's on Fantasy Records. Nothing special with the label to show. Nice insert, which has all the lyrics, which I really like when they show you, when they give you the lyrics to the songs. Ry Cooder. Next one is another one of my favorite. Obviously, my favorite. I enjoy these artists. I wouldn't have bought the records in the first place. Is Richard Thompson. This is 13 Rivers. A great double album by Richard Thompson. This came out in 2018. Richard Thompson, of course, has been around since the 60s and been playing. This is also, again, give you all the lyrics on New West Records. Again, nothing special with the label, but great 2-record set. The guy is a guitar genius, as they say, unrecognized for sure as a guitar player, but a great singer-songwriter. Really love Richard Thompson. Next one, I gotta admit, I was hesitant by this one. Even though I love the band, I was like, nah. They've been around forever. Everybody knows, of course, it's the Rolling Stones. And this is their album, Blue and Lonesome, which came out in 2016. And I really like this album. I think it's just fantastic. They picked pretty obscure blues songs to cover. So it's nothing new on this album, all older blues songs. Nice label on that. And they do a great job. I mean, I was quite impressed because didn't have high hopes for this album, but I really enjoy the hell of it. So the Rolling Stones, Blue and Lonesome. Next one is last album by a great singer-songwriter who passed away recently, and it's John Prine. His last album is The Tree of Forgiveness, and again, fantastic album. One of the great singer-songwriters of the era. And again, they were very kindly included the lyrics with the album, which I always like. Especially somebody like John Prine, whose lyrics it's all about the lyrics. Yeah, great poet, great singer-songwriter. Even though at this point he had had cancer of the throat, his voice is certainly not what it was, but great to have. Sad he's gone so soon. John Prine. That came out 2018. Next one is another older artist who's been around for many years, and I actually got to see him a couple of years ago here in Portland, and it is Steve Earle. This is his album, Guy, for Guy Clark, and he covers all Guy Clark songs on here. 2-record set. I mean, you can't go wrong. Fantastic songs. Great singer-songwriter. And this is on blue vinyl. And great label, Guy. And on the other side, Steve Earle and the Dukes. What can you say about Steve Earle? Everybody knows Steve Earle. Fantastic outlaw country singer-songwriter, part of that whole gang. And this is his tribute to his friend, Guy Clark, who passed away not that long ago. And I remember, I don't have the lyrics in this one. I think this one I had to spend some time looking it up. But yeah, Guy Clark, Steve Earle. Next one is another artist everybody knows. He's been putting out a lot of records in the past 2-3 years. It's Van Morrison, and this is 3 Chords and the Truth. I've gotten like 4 of his albums put out fairly recently, and this, I have to say, is my favorite. 3 Chords and the Truth. Van Morrison 2-record set. I'm sure you're all well aware of his recent output. This is on, I think, gray vinyl. So there's a lot of his songs on here, and it's just awesome. It's great. Definitely check it out. Van Morrison, 3 Chords and the Truth. And the last one of older artists putting out new albums, which I got recently, was Bob Dylan. And this is Dylan's Rough and Rowdy Ways. Again, took me a couple of listens to get into it. I really love it now, even though it took a while, like I said. And the only thing that turned me off about this record, that they did not include the lyrics. So I had to go online and look them up. And as the songs were playing, I had to go through and read the lyrics as it went. And this is the mustard-colored vinyl. I guess this was a indie store release in the mustard-colored. It's a great album. I really, really did enjoy it. It's just sort of like, for the price they charge and the packaging they put together, which was so nice, you would think they could afford to print the lyrics and include a lyric sheet. But I guess not. All right, so those are the older artists' new releases. The next ones are 8 new artists who've released albums in the 2010 and beyond. The first one is a band from Mali, Africa. They played here in Portland about 2 years ago, and I went to see them. And it's a band called Sanjoy Blues. And this is an EP they have. This is Meet Me in the City from 2019. They were fantastic. I mean, they weren't good. They were fantastic. Love the label on that side. And that's another one. This, again, is I think a 6-song EP. I just read online yesterday that they have a brand new album coming out. So I'm going to definitely hook onto that. The singer had moves like James Brown. The guitar player played like Jimi Hendrix. The drummer was like ridiculously good. It was fantastic. What a great show they gave. So really love them. Sanjoy Blues, or Sanghoy Blues. Next one, which is another new artist. This was a jazz album put out by Blue Note. The guy's name is Joel Ross, and it's called Kingmaker. This came out in 2019. Joel Ross is a vibraphone player, contemporary jazz. Nice 2-record set. Nice picture on the back. This was on white vinyl, I think. Yeah, or cream. So cream vinyl with the traditional Blue Note label. I really enjoyed the heck out of it. Again, it's a vibraphone, so a lot of people aren't into that. I know there's certain instruments I don't particularly care for. don't like to listen to organ music. Jimmy Smith and jazz. I'm just not into organ music at all. But the vibraphone is great. He also has On here with him, he has a saxophone player, piano, bass, and drums, and great new music. Joel Ross. Another new one, new artist. This is his first album. Came out in 2019. I think he was 19 years old when it came out. And it's Kingfish. It's a blues album. Ridiculous guitar player. On here, he also has, he's backed up on a couple of songs by Buddy Guy and one song by Keb Mo. There's Kingfish. The album is a little of everything. He has some acoustic blues, acoustic country kind of blues. He has straight up electric Chicago kind of blues. But what a great player, great singer. And I think he has a new album coming out too soon also. So looking forward to that. This was one of my favorite albums from 2019. Fantastic. Kingfish. And this was on Alligator. Alligator, regular Alligator Records, black vinyl. There's the Alligator logo, if you need to see. Really enjoyed Kingfish. Next album is an album I knew nothing about, but my friend Brian from Shamrock and Records said I would dig it, and he was right. It's really great. This one came out in 2018, and it's a band called Nude Party. Very retro 60s psych rock, garage rock. I mean, sometimes they almost sound like the Velvet Underground. So I just love this album. There's the back. I can't remember. I don't think it's on, but they were nice enough to print the lyrics for you. I got a lyric sheet. And on New West Records, and they have a song on here, which I think should become the theme. There's the label to the VC, and the song is called Records, and the chorus goes, "I don't need your love, I just need my records. I don't need your love, baby, I just need my records." It's great. So I think that should be the theme song for the VC. Nude Party. Next one is another blues album. Came out in 2018, and it's Black Joe Lewis and the Honey Bears. And this is called The Difference Between Me and You. Again, it took me a couple of listens to really get into this and dig it, but now that I have, good electric blues, a lot of funk in there, and a lyric sheet. I love the lyric sheets. Yeah, good funk blues and some soul. Really enjoyed this. Black Joe Lewis. This is, I think, his second or third album. This one I might have cheated a little bit. I think his first album came out in 2008, not quite 2010. But this is one of his newer albums. Came out in 2017. And it's Trombone Shorty. Trombone Shorty is a New Orleans musician, jazz musician. This came on what is it? Blue Note, but they did a modern Blue Note label, not the one you're used to. Trombone Shorty, a lot of jazz, funk, New Orleans, pretty fantastic. I think the first time I was aware of Trombone Shorty was in the TV show Treme about New Orleans, and which actually Steve Earle was in also. And Trombone Shorty was part of that also. There he is. So definitely highly recommend Trombone Shorty. Next one is an artist. This one came out 2011. Just making under the line there. And it's Pokey Lafarge. And this is called And the Southern City 3, Middle of Everywhere. Pokey, very retro kind of guy, as you can see from the look of him there. Singer-songwriter. I can't really describe his music. It's it's retro, I guess. I just love it. Just love it. Fantastic. Pokey. And this is, I don't think they have not colored vinyl, no, it's regular. Nothing special about the label. Very nice, clean. Nothing special, but really good. Yeah, Pokey Lafarge. Definitely worth checking out, Pokey. Love it. And the last one is a band I went to see here in Portland a couple of years ago. Knew nothing about them, but I liked the name of it. Sounded interesting. And my wife and I went to see them at a local music hall here, and they were great. And they're called the Hot Sardines. And this is French fries and champagne. And actually, they signed the album for me after the show. Jazz, swing, Dixieland, a little bit of, there's a band called Pink Martini. A little bit Pink Martini, a little bit Big Bad Voodoo Daddy kind of sound to them. Beautiful turquoise label vinyl here. They have a label. They have a woman singer, and she was just really wonderful. They did have a tap dancer with them, and I did not get it. He was sort of distracting to me to the music. He wasn't one of these flowy tap dancers. He was more herky-jerky, and it really, I think, detracted from the music. But the album is fantastic. The album is great. The Hot Sardines. So there you go. That's the back. Those are all 8 new music coming out since 2010 by new bands. And 8 of those, and 7 albums by older singers. Older. Boy, singers in the 60s, 70s, and 80s who are releasing new albums. So, that's it. Congratulations on 500 subs. Definitely tune into his channel. And until next time, peace.